Brooks White, who was known as E.B. White, was an author of children's books, including Charlotte's Web, Stuart Little, and The Tramping of the Swan. In the book, Some Writer, The Story of E.B. White, the author, Melissa Sweet, says, Alvin Brooks White loved words. As a child, he chased them through dictionary pages and crafted them into poems for St. Nicholas magazine. When he was a young man, words led him to writing jobs at big city newspapers and the New Yorker. And when his own stories came calling, E.B. White spun his words into classics such as Charlotte's Web and Stuart Little, and readers have been chasing his words ever since. Rigorous writing consensus. A sentence should contain no unnecessary words, a paragraph no unnecessary sentences, from the same reason that a drawing should have no unnecessary lines and a machine no unnecessary parts. This requires not that the author make all his sentences short, or that he avoid all detail and treat his subjects only in outline, but that every word tell. Revising is part of writing, and that if writing needs stirring up, scissors should be brought into play. Writers were not celebrities. A writer's obligation is to translate, as best he can, his love of life, his appreciation for the world. In his classic and beloved novel, E.B. White tells the memorable story of Wilbur, a little pig who becomes famous with the help of his clever friend Charlotte and their chatting animal neighbors. As the round of the leader, Wilbur struggles to survive from the very beginning. Fern begs her father to raise Wilbur and nurse him to health. Fern succeeds, and Wilbur moves to Zuckerman Farm, where he learns the true meaning of friendship from the wise gray spider Charlotte. When it becomes apparent that Wilbur is being well fed for a reason, Charlotte and Wilbur are determined to foil Mr. Zuckerman's plan. With the help of Charlotte and her terrific webs, Templeton the Rat, and other barnyard friends, Wilbur becomes the prize-winning pig of the county fair and the most famous pig ever. Lessons of friendship, loyalty, and truth bind the story together and show readers that friends come in all shapes and sizes. No pig ever had truer friends, and he realized that friendship is one of the most satisfying things in the world. No one had ever had such a friend, so affectionate, so loyal, and so skillful. It is not often that someone comes along who is a true friend and a good writer. Charlotte was both.
I think there are more than one hero in the story. Well, first of all, Fern is the hero because if it's not her, Wilbur won't be saved in the first place. And of course, our main character, Charlotte, is definitely the hero. And she would like to sacrifice herself, even put her children in the danger to save Wilbur and go to the fair. In Templeton, there is some discussion on this character. A rat is a rat. He did some absurd stuff before, but after all, he did contribute to to the final result. Like, if it wasn't Templeton, they won't get the word, and Charlotte's kids won't be saved either. I think there are a lot of heroes in this story. Well, Charlotte is a good friend, we have to admit that, but there are several points about her which is good. Well, first of all, I think she is a good listener, and she's so graceful and so kind. When Wilbur has something troublesome in his mind, Charlotte is just there for him to listen to his, troubles. So that's the first thing that's important to me as a friend. And more moreover is that Charlotte is very protective. She protects Wilbur from the harms, physical harm, and also he also protects her in a deeper sense. Like she always encouraged Wilbur to stay strong and stay positive. And just like I said just now, Charlotte is also very willing to help others in a very generous way. She's willing to sacrifice herself, put her children in danger to save Wilbur. Well, that's all the good things about being a good friend, and Charlotte just checks all the boxes. Friendship can stand for a lot of things, but if you're trying to be a good friend, the most important thing for me is just to be a good listener. Put yourself in your friend's shoes and try to think from the other perspective. And what's also important to be a good friend and in a good friendship is just to build real deep relations and connections, because nowadays most of the people that we refer as friends, not exactly friends. Those are just people we hang out with, we have fun with, but not those who build real connections, not those who really understand who we are and what we've been through and what kind of like real trouble we're going through. So a real friend is the person that really understands you and willing to listen to what's not that positive about you. So that's also important. And the other thing is good. The other important feature of a good friend is that he or she should be able to find out the radiant points of you. For example, just like Charlotte finds out the unique points, the sun point of Wilbur. That's also important because that's the way a friend is unique to the other one.
I would rather wait a year than publish a bad children's book, as I have too much respect for children. Anyone who writes down to children is simply wasting his time. You have to write up, not down. Children are demanding. They're the most attentive, curious, eager, observant, sensitive, quick, and generally congenial readers on earth. Children are game for anything. I throw them hard words, and they backhand them over the net.